Hello and welcome to this special edition of Granny's Garden. It's not Friday, which is my usual slot, but I got challenged. I got challenged by Janette Jenson from The Enthusiastic Gardener. So Janet, I presume you're watching this. Here I go with your 40 questions challenge. Question 1. Do you like blue cheese? No, I absolutely hate blue cheese. I do like cheese in general, and especially Manchego cheese, which is a Spanish cheese that's semi-hard, made from sheep's milk, and from the region of La Mancha in central Spain. Absolutely wonderful cheese, and it gets better with age. Coke or Pepsi? Very definitely Coke. And ordinary, honest to God, Coke. No zeros, no diets, just plain ordinary Coke. In a relationship? Very definitely yes. I married 39 years ago. I got married to a Spanish engineer who literally swept me off my feet, and we got married after only knowing each other for 3 months. And here we are nearly 40 years later, so it definitely worked. Whiskey, tequila or vodka? Well, actually none of the three. I don't like spirits. That doesn't mean I don't like alcohol. I love a wonderful, full-bodied Rioja wine. And it goes very, very well with what I was talking about before. There's nothing better than Manchego cheese with a glass of Rioja. Hot dog or cheeseburger? If I had to choose between the two, it would probably be the cheeseburger. I'm not really too pushed about either of them though. Favourite food? Definitely stews. I like Irish stew, but I also like the Spanish type stews. They use a lot of pulses in this country, like lentils, like chickpeas, and they're absolutely wonderful. So anything that's full-bodied stew-like, perfect. What do I drink first thing in the morning? Very definitely a nice cup of full English breakfast tea. After that, it tends to be like a mint tea, but definitely first thing in the morning to get my oomph going for the day, it needs to be English breakfast tea. Can I do 100 push-ups? You got to be kidding me. After about the first 5, I'd need an ambulance. What's my favourite season? Well, if I separate the gardener part, I'd have to say it's autumn. I love the wildness, being out in the nature with the strong gales, the wind, the fog. Oh, it's just incredible. Nature at its best. Putting the gardener part back in, I'd say spring. Every single morning I'm out there looking at the ground to see if there's anything poking up, and as soon as the daffodils or the crocuses start those little sword-like leaves poking through the ground, I'm out there with my cup of tea, just seeing how they go, how they grow, how they progress. Oh, it's wonderful. Leaving gardening to one side, because that's more a way of life to me than a hobby, I would have to say both dancing and hiking. Any tattoos? No, I'm totally boring in that aspect. Do I wear glasses? Yes, I do. I wear glasses for reading and for close-up work. You've probably seen me in many of the videos wearing glasses when I need to prune very carefully. I'll always wear glasses. I used to be short-sighted as well, and I used to wear glasses for short-sightedness. But once I had reading glasses as well, I just couldn't hack this constant changing of glasses. So what I did about 15 years ago, I had laser operation on my eyes, and it was just a game changer for me. Went into the operation, and 2 hours later, open your eyes, and you could just see everything. My alarm clock. I could get into the shower and see which bottle was the shampoo and which was the conditioner. Total game changer. So no more normal glasses, only reading glasses. Do I have any phobias? Yes. I am terrified of spiders. I absolutely hate them. We are reaching some sort of an agreement. If they stay out in the garden or out in the countryside, I don't mind. I'll let them. If they come into the house, I can't guarantee that they're going to leave again. Outside in the garden, we have the Spanish funnel web spider. It normally shouldn't be this far north, but for some reason it is. And it's living in the little holes of the olive tree. Now, this spider gives a very, very nasty bite. It's part of the tarantula family. But it's nocturnal, so there's no reason why we should meet ever face to face. And I'm certainly not going to poke my finger straight into its house. Do I have a nickname? Yes, I do. I'm called Peque. Peque from the Spanish pequeña, meaning little. And because I'm short, I'm little, and everybody else in the family towers above me. My youngest daughter is 5'9", my son is 5'11", 6 foot, my husband is also 5'11", and only the eldest daughter is about 168 centimetres, but that's a good 7 or 8 centimetres taller than I am, so Peque it is. Favourite candy? Well, I'm not really much into sweets, or indeed into sweet things. I far prefer savoury things. But I do like dark chocolate. 70% dark chocolate, that's the one for me. Do I believe in ghosts? Well, up until now, and I'm in my 60s now, no one has been able to prove to me that they either exist or not exist, so open mind. What has been your biggest downfall? Oh my goodness, that's a really strong word. To me, downfall means like the destruction of a person a loss of wealth or power, and I'm just a normal run-of-the-mill person. You have to be really high on a pedestal before you have a downfall. I certainly don't divide that sort of money or that sort of power, so I don't think I've ever really had a downfall in my life. Rain or snow? I'd probably say snow. I live up in the mountains now, so we do tend to get quite a bit more snow than I have ever seen anywhere else in Spain. It's soft, it's beautiful, and I do dress for the snow. I find that most people who say they don't like snow, it's because they go out in ordinary clothes, and I always have waterproof material, I've got good hiking boots, I've got good parka, anoraks, so I'm never cold. And if you're nice and snug and cozy when you're out, it's wonderful. Walking in the snow in the mountains, where all the trees are covered in snow, it's just delightful. Any piercings? Only in my ears. I've got a double piercing in each ear, but I hardly ever wear earrings anymore. But nowhere else in the body, no. What is your age? I am 62 and will be 63 at the end of this year in December. French fries or onion rings? I'd probably say French fries, but not the little skinny, measly little things. I'm Irish, and Irish people like their potatoes, so I like those big, thick, fat, wonderful chips. Do I have kids? Yes, I do. I have 3 lovely kids. Girl, boy, girl, doctor, engineer, vet, 32, 30, 29. Best thing I ever did. I had them really, really close together. A bit of a nightmare when they're in the baby toddler stage, but now that they're young adults, they get on so well together. They're best of friends. Best thing ever. My favourite colour? Blue. Very definitely blue. From the very, very light powder blue right up until navy blue, and anything else in between. Absolutely love it. Can I sing? Absolutely no. I'm very musical. I can hear it inside my head, but what comes out my mouth is totally different. Absolutely no. And I'm definitely not going to be singing lullabies to my grandson. I'd give him nightmares. Can I whistle? Only as a recall for the dogs. If you're asking me if I can whistle a tune or whistle Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, very definitely not. Where were you born? I was born in Dublin, Ireland, so I'm an Irish colleen. Any siblings? Yes, I have 2 siblings. So we're a family of 3. I'm the baby, I've got an older sister and an older brother. Can I cook? Yes, I can. And it's very definitely like a multicultural type of cooking. I cook Irish food, I cook UK food, and I cook Spanish food, and I just love food in general. Can I swim? Oof! It depends on what you call swimming. If I fell into a swimming pool, could I swim to the edge? Yes, I definitely could. If I fell off a boat, could I swim to land? Very definitely no. Not a strong swimmer at all. Certainly I made sure my children could swim, but no, I don't particularly like water. I actually am a bit afraid of water, but I'd probably say technically no. Am I religious? Well, here I'm going to follow the instructions of my father. He gave me a long, long time ago, a very, very wise man he was. And he always said that when you leave the house, there's 2 things you leave in the drawer, a closed drawer. One is religion and the other is politics. And that way you'll never offend anybody. Showers or bath? Very definitely showers, without hesitation, definitely shower. I live in a country with very, very hot, dry summers, and a shower is just in and out. Often several times a day, cools you down, cleans you up. Fantastic. Definitely shower. Big city or out in nature? Very definitely out in nature. I've done it all in my lifetime. I've lived, first of all, in the centre of Madrid. That was a population of 6 million people, and I hated it. Then I lived in an outlying town on the east side of Madrid, and it started off being a population of 600. At the beginning I loved it, and by the time I left it was 100,000 in population. Far too much for me. And for the last 3 years I've been living in this small mountain village, and I absolutely love it. A shame I didn't find it years ago. I'm 20 yards down the road into open countryside, open fields, and it is just wonderful. The sound of cowbells, the sound of sheep braying, and nothing else. Silence. Absolutely wonderful. Am I a good friend? Oh gosh, I think my friends are the ones who are going to have to answer this question. To be perfectly honest, I would certainly say that you go through a certain amount of stages in your life, and each stage contains a group of people, and as you pass on to the next stage and close the previous chapter, you tend to have a different set of friends. And I'd probably say that I'm not brilliant at keeping in contact, probably just once a year in a Christmas letter with the ones belonging to the previous stages. But I'd like to think that the people in my present stage, my hiking group, whoops, that was a dog pushing the camera, my hiking group, my dancing group, my friends. Goodness, will you stop pushing the camera? I'd like to think that the people surrounding me at the present moment, I am a good friend to them. Any broken bones? Yes, I did actually break my hand and my wrist in the middle of a ballet exam. I still have no idea how it happened, or the examiner either. Needless to say, I didn't pass the exam because I was only 20% through the exam and I had to do the other 80%, but I did the other 80%. Despite the pain, I finished the exam. Life happens. How many TVs do you own? Just the one in the sitting room. Don't need any more. Worst pain ever? Definitely snapping a tendon. I snapped a tendon in my ankle and it was worse than breaking a bone and it was worse than childbirth. Worst pain ever. Can I dance? Yes, I can. I did classical ballet and modern dance up until the age of 30, which is when I hung up my ballet shoes and my point shoes. And then I started having kids and then life gets in the way and you put on about 20 kilos more. But in 2019, I decided I'd like to get back into doing ballet. So I looked for an adult ballet class and an adult funky class. And 2019 was great. I had a real blast. It was fantastic. And it felt so good holding on to a ballet class. Mind you, I didn't like my reflection in the mirror. I was used to having a little Sylphie type body and seeing this Michelin man hanging onto a bar. It's not very agreeable, but I did like it. And then we are where we are in 2020. Ballet classes cancelled, hiking cancelled, everything cancelled. And we'll just have to get through it and wait. But as soon as this is all over, it's definitely going to be my intention to go back. I love it. Do I like camping? No. When I was young, when we were newlyweds at the age of 23, 24, we'd often drive off in our tiny little car and park the car somewhere among a forest and sleep in the back of the car. Those days are long since gone. I now want a nice hotel, a nice clean bed, and that's it. So no camping for me. Are you weird? Am I weird? Of course I'm weird. I'm Irish. What a question. So number 40 is I have to name another 6 people that I think would be up to taking the challenge. So I need my reading glasses for this. Get on the glasses. Okay. I challenge the following people to the 40 questions. Paul from Paul T's World. Nichola from Nichola Smith Channel. Tatiana from Plant Mama Tatiana. Isa from Isa Sizlowska. Hope, Isa, I'm pronouncing your surname properly because it's a bit difficult. Monica from Monica Katie Channel. And the last one isn't a gardener, but he's a magnificent pianist. Lovely to listen to calm me down. Is Jorge Nino. So those are the 6 people I challenged. Thank you, Janette from the Enthusiastic Gardener channel. And she really is enthusiastic. Please do check out her channel. She is a lovely lady and she really has a passion for what she does. That passion spills out from the screen and she drags you into her world. Absolutely magnificent. I will be back this Friday, as every Friday, with a new gardening episode in Granny's Garden. So until then, bye now.